Africa helped free South Africa when the brutal system of apartheid oppressed millions. South Africa did not stand alone. Nigeria raised millions of dollars. Zambia sheltered freedom fighters. Tanzania trained liberation movements. Angola and Zimbabwe bore the cost of regional solidarity. The entire continent treated South Africa's struggle as Africa's struggle. But decades after liberation, a bold and controversial question remains. Does South Africa owe Africa open borders? Should any African be able to live, work, and build a future in South Africa because the continent helped secure its freedom? Or was that support a moral duty without any permanent obligation? Tonight, on Kann Media Group, we confront one of the most provocative questions in modern South African politics. During apartheid, South Africa's liberation became a pan-African mission. The African National Congress (ANC) received support from governments and citizens across the continent. School children in Nigeria contributed to solidarity funds. African diplomats pressed for sanctions. Frontline states accepted military and economic risk. Leaders such as Julius Nyerere, Kenneth Kaunda, and Olusegun Obasanjo were among those who championed the anti-apartheid cause. When Nelson Mandela was released, many Africans celebrated as though their own nations had won another independence. For millions, South Africa's freedom was a continental victory. Many Africans believe that history created a special moral bond. Their argument is simple. If Africa sacrificed to help South Africa become free, then South Africa should embrace Africans as partners, not outsiders. They argue that South Africa carries a moral debt of gratitude. Also, they argue that fellow Africans should be welcomed with dignity and opportunity. They argue that pan-Africanism should mean more than speeches and commemorations. And finally, they argue that economic integration should reflect shared history. To them, the issue is not charity, it is reciprocity. A recognition that South Africa's freedom was built with the support of an entire continent. Others strongly disagree. They argue that no nation, regardless of history, is required to keep unrestricted borders. South Africa remains a sovereign state with the right to regulate immigration, employment, and residence. Support against apartheid, they say, was an act of principle, not a contract guaranteeing permanent access. They also point to serious domestic challenges: high unemployment, economic inequality, social tensions. From this perspective, historical gratitude does not eliminate present-day realities. The debate becomes more emotional because of repeated xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, Ethiopians, Somalis, and others have faced violence, looting, and intimidation. For many Africans, these incidents feel like a painful contradiction. How could a country liberated with continental support turn against fellow Africans seeking opportunity? Many South Africans reject xenophobia and continue to defend African unity. Yet, the attacks have forced a difficult conversation about gratitude, memory, and what pan-Africanism truly means. Perhaps the real question is not whether South Africa owes Africa fully open borders. Perhaps the deeper question is this: what does Africa owe itself? Can the continent build genuine unity while Africans are treated as foreigners in one another's land? Should historical solidarity inspire greater openness, even not unlimited migration? And can Africa transform shared sacrifice into shared prosperity? So what do you think? Does South Africa owe the rest of Africa a special welcome because of the sacrifices made during apartheid? Should fellow Africans enjoy broader opportunities to live and work there? Or was the struggle against apartheid a moral duty with no lasting obligation? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Kann Media Group, because Africa's history is shared. Its future should be shared too.